This is the plaintiff, Ronnie Wildunner. She says she hired the defendant to shoot her daughter's wedding video, and the finished product looks like a trained chimp shot it. It was so awful. He was also hired to photograph the wedding over 2 years ago, and she doesn't have a single picture. She's tired of the excuses and is suing for the return of the $1,200 she's owed. This is the defendant, Lorenzo Esquivel. He says he spent 16 hours shooting the plaintiff's daughter's wedding and did a fantastic job. He found out the woman's daughter got divorced soon after the wedding because she couldn't stand her new husband. And he thinks she wants her money back because the entire wedding was a complete loss. He's accused of being a real amateur.
Let it get 10 minutes when you're on.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ronnie Wildunner, you are suing photography and videography by Lorenzo, represented here by Lorenzo Esquivel.
Yes.
Okay, for $1,200 that you say he should be returning to you because he botched your daughter's wedding pictures and videos. Talk to me. Tell me what happened.
My daughter.
Are you the daughter?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
My daughter got engaged in April of 2008. Her fiance is in the Army. They needed to or wanted to get married in a hurry before he deployed to Iraq. So we had to scramble to put together a wedding short notice. We were able to...
How short?
About 7 weeks.
Wow, that is short. Okay. Actually, I think everybody should do that. It'd be so much less stress.
Right.
You know, it's just 7 weeks of stress instead of a year.
Right.
Go ahead.
But we were able to find Mr. Esquivel, who was local. He was within our budget, and he was available. The wedding day came. We signed a contract.
Can I see the contract you signed? Okay. So the contract is for $1,000, and for that you're supposed to get a video of the events.
Correct.
3 DVDs.
Right.
As a final product. Photography, meaning his presence at the event. 150 proofs. 1 large album. Framed portrait. What size portrait?
11 by 14.
All right. The wedding takes place on what date?
June 14th, 2008.
Okay. Nice wedding?
It was
Okay.
nice.
And what happens?
Mr. Esquivel came. He photographed at our home. He photographed at the church and at the reception as well.
Okay.
We don't know. I mean, he's doing his job. We're assuming he's doing what he's got to do.
Right.
And at the church, my father became very ill and was taken away by ambulance and subsequently passed away.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to you, too. All right, go on.
So the pictures have special meaning.
Right.
After the wedding, we contacted Mr. Esquivel. He got the proofs to us right away because my son-in-law at this point was going to be going back to Hawaii to base before he deployed so that the kids could pick out the pictures for their album and their portrait and their thank yous.
Now, come on up. What's your name?
Tina Wildunner.
Tina?
Yes.
What was your plan? Were you staying in New Jersey, or were you going on?
I stayed in New Jersey for his leave, for my husband's leave, and then come August, I was going out to Hawaii to spend the remaining time with him before his unit was sent overseas.
Okay.
So I left for Hawaii in August, and I came home in mid-October.
All right, so you get the pictures, you get the proofs. Did you get the 150 proofs?
There were more than 150
Okay.
proofs.
And so you pick out what you want to be made into the album and what you want to be made into a portrait, right?
Yes.
And then what happens?
I continued to contact Mr. Esquivel on a regular basis. And
This
he
is
would
in 2008?
Yes, and he would say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm going to get them to you 2 weeks. I promise you, you'll get them, you'll get them." Another month or 2 would pass. I'd call him again, and we'd go through the same routine again and again. Finally, on their 2-year anniversary, I called him, and he promised me that we would have them in 1 week.
2-year anniversary. Girl, you waited 2 years for your wedding pictures?
I was deployed right after my husband, so...
Say it again.
I was deployed right after my
I
husband.
didn't realize you were in the military as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So...
All right, so then what
4
happened?
months.
On June 14th of 2010, he promised me 1 week. We finally did get the video at one point, but when I told him we needed more than one, I had to mail it back to him, and he had to redo it, which was about a year ago. Then in
I would have just gone to the local place and then sued him for what it cost me to make the other 2 copies because I'd be so afraid, or at least I'd make myself a copy because I'd be afraid I'd never see it by what you're telling me. I haven't heard your side yet, but from what you're telling me.
It wasn't exactly good quality, Your Honor. We have a copy if you'd like to see it.
Yeah, let me see it.
luck and congratulations.
What would you like me to fast forward to?
The church, there's a portion in the church where the video is the back of the pastor's head.
Okay,
The reception
let's
is
fast forward.
just, a lot of it is the sound, not so much the video. I mean, the reception, people are dancing and...
Is this what you mean by the back of the pastor's head?
Yes.
Did you want him to stand in front of the pastor?
Well, I
Because
just
they can't do that.
would figure in shooting the video,
If
you
the
would have
pastor
spoke
moves,
to the
which he did, the
pastor
pastor
and-
moved though. He was standing there and then the pastor moved. You can't say, yo, pastor, hey, heads down in front. You can't do that with the pastor. All right, stop the video. Okay, now, did you ever get an album?
No.
Okay, why are the album and the portrait missing? What is the story here? Tell me your side of this.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to say my name is Lorenzo Esquivel. I'm a professional photographer. I've been in the business for over 25 years, and I've never had problems. But Mrs. Wildonna came to my home, to also my studio, and we discussed having a wedding. And she told me from day one that this was going to be a problem, and that she did not even want to deal with this gentleman that was coming into their lives, and that the whole thing was going to be a nightmare. But she was going to go on with it anyway.
Which gentleman? You?
No, her
Son-in-law.
future son-in-law.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they're still together or if they are or not. That's not my
I don't know,
business.
you still together?
no, we are not.
Okay, but you're
Okay.
right, it isn't any of your business. I
Okay,
shouldn't
that's
even have
not my
asked.
business,
but
exactly.
You piqued my curiosity, so I just, go
But,
ahead. Of course,
I
it's been
just-
2 years, you know.
So what had happened was I did the wedding, and when everything was done, I was told by Mrs. Wildonna, she was so disgusted with everything,
With what?
with just the whole wedding situation, that she told
You
me.
mean her
she's-
father
No,
collapsing?
no, with the the relationship between her daughter and her new husband.
Okay.
That she was just like, look, just give me some proofs. I don't even want to do this. I don't even want to have anything to do with this wedding, period. And she was very
That's
upset.
why you didn't give her an album and portrait?
No, but I gave her the proofs. I gave her the DVD, and then nothing happened for a while, and then finally.
I don't understand that's my question. Why didn't anything happen? You have a contract, you're paid in full, and you're supposed to do something. There's things that are left for you to do. You're
Right.
supposed to finish an album and give him a portrait. They obviously want it because you wouldn't be in court today with them suing you if they didn't want it.
Exactly.
So I don't get why do you have to be sued for you to do what it is you agreed to do?
What happened was I gave them the DVDs, I gave them proofs, I gave them what they wanted, except the album they never got.
And the portrait.
Right, I admit that they didn't get their wedding album, but
Okay, that's my
I
question.
did.
Why?
Because I told her that I was working on it after I just saw her, on June 14th.
No, but it's 2 years, my dear.
Right.
I'm not understanding. Why no bride's going to
Okay,
wait
right.
2 years?
And I admit, I admit.
She has a reason why she waited 2 years.
Right.
She, whatever it is, she's
I
deployed
admit, yeah.
herself. She's
Yeah.
got issues. Whatever it is. Whether the marriage lasted or didn't last has really nothing to do with whether you got paid for a product that you didn't deliver. At the end of the day, there's other people in the picture, and she wants their pictures. She wants the pictures. It's not like
That's
she
true.
wants to erase those several years of her life. She wants them. She wants the memory. I assume you particularly want the pictures of your dad. So I don't get it. Like, why won't you produce what you were contracted to do? Are you telling me she told you I don't want it? Is that what you mean?
No, it was just the whole thing. I think it was both our faults that there was the delay and everything that was happening because she really wasn't. It was. You know what I mean? All I know is this: that I did promise
She
her
didn't
the
push
album.
you hard enough?
Yeah.
Is that what you
probably,
mean? Because I think
yeah.
that's what you mean.
She didn't push me hard enough.
She didn't
but-
nag you enough?
But no, actually,
She
no.
didn't
was
file
pretty
a Better
good at it.
Business
No, she
Bureau
was-
complaint fast
No.
enough? She waited 2 years to sue you?
No, but
So
what-
it's her fault. What's wrong with you?
No,
You should have
no.
pushed me harder.
No. But what happened was I was working with her, giving her extra stuff to say, listen, I'm sorry to make up for
Are
compensation.
you referring to the 3 extra DVDs?
Yeah, but I said I was going to give her album, and then I was working on it, and then I have it. I have her album right here.
Let me see the
it's
album.
completed. Those are the pictures that they picked out for their album. I mean, it usually takes for a photographer to make an album about at least a year. I mean, in the photography business, speaking up for all
Okay,
the
dude,
photographers.
I got married, okay? And I sit here,
Right.
I've been a small claims judge forever. It doesn't take a year.
It
takes a
right.
year when they're in front of me. It doesn't take 2 years, okay?
that's
I mean, people
true,
get
right.
mad, but the bride
Right,
wants her
no,
stuff.
that's
That she did. Why it should take a year is beyond me. Why it should take 6 months is beyond me. If the delay is that they can't decide what pictures they want, that's the process that drags this thing out. But it doesn't take a year to blow up pictures and put them in an album. And this isn't even a bound album. This is really just putting the pictures in a prefab album that I guess. And no, it's not even engraved on the outside. It's stick a thing on it. So there's no reason for this to take 3 months, much less 2 years. I mean, you have no good reason. You really do. Who are all the dogs in the pictures? Every time I turn the page, there's a different dog with you. Haven't seen your husband yet, but there's a dog in every picture.
Best friends.
Oh, I'm sorry it broke up. Very good-looking young man. And you were a very beautiful bride.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And these are very lovely pictures.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if you got separated before you got the wedding pictures, would you still want the wedding pictures?
No, I would not want them.
Well, wouldn't they still be kind of a memory?
No, the marriage is over. It doesn't matter anymore.
Would you burn your wedding pictures if you get divorced? Is that the way it works?
Unless there's kids. I think I'd like to get the money and go on a vacation. Let them keep them.
Got your point. Going inside the courtroom.
Do you have her portrait?
That I wasn't sure
Picture's dark.
what portrait you wanted, but I'd be happy
Didn't you
to
pick
do.
out which portrait?
Yeah, she
Which
did.
one?
She did.
Well,
But
then why are you not sure what portrait she wanted?
because
What have you got there? What's that? What's the white?
oh, actually, this is for you.
Wait, you made my portrait, but you couldn't make the portrait you got paid to make? Are you kidding me? Mr.
want you-
Esquivel, are you kidding me?
I know, right? No, I just
Here, let's take that. The staff can throw darts at
Yeah,
it.
right.
You know?
no, actually, you
Are
know.
you kidding me that you made my portrait,
Yeah,
but you
I
couldn't
know,
make
right?
this?
What do
Oh
you
my
think?
gosh! Oh my gosh! Which is the portrait that you wanted, honey? If you know which one it is,
I need to turn back around.
Mr. Esquivel, pay attention to me. If you know which portrait she wanted, why didn't you make it for today? If you knew, if you didn't make it in 2 years, why didn't you at least make it for court?
Because she lives right down my street, and I want to do anything to make them happy.
She told you what she wanted to make you happy, to
Right.
make her happy. What more does she have to
Yeah.
do? Why didn't you make the portrait at least for today for court, like you did the book? Because we all know you made the book because you got sued. So because you got sued, you still couldn't make the portrait? I don't understand. For the love of God. Will you please tell me what picture? Do you know which picture it is? Because I don't want there to be any confusion.
I don't recall exactly. I haven't seen the pictures in 2 years, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
I'll be happy to make any portrait.
I know I don't trust you. You've been very happy and very. Oh yeah, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and 2 years have passed. It's not funny. You're a professional. They paid you money. I realize your rates were cheaper than the next guy, but if someone said to you beforehand, all right, I'm only going to charge you $1,000, okay? But I'm going to make you chase me. I'm going to give you a product you're not happy with on the video. I'm going to make your life really impossible, and you're going to end up having to sue me. It's a great deal. Would you have taken that deal? No, it's not a good deal anymore. You know, you tell me how you're a professional and you've been doing this all this time and everything. Well, act like you've been doing this all this time and it's not a side job that you don't have time for. Do you have a day job that's different?
No.
If this is your job, how could this be excusable? And if for some reason you have some personal things in your life that cause you to completely ignore her, then why wouldn't you, when you get the summons, for the love of God, when you get the summons and you're going to be embarrassed in court, why wouldn't you say, oh my gosh, let me put everything else to a side? Because I don't know who else you have who's been waiting 2 years, who's more of a priority, and let me just get this stuff out to her and see if we can resolve this and I don't have to come to court. You didn't even know this was done, right?
No, Your Honor.
Unbelievable. Is there a box to this? Yeah, that's the box. Okay. Now, why would it be right for me to order him to return every penny you paid him? And then you would have, how would that, court's about making a person whole as much as you can. That, you know, somebody's done something wrong to them, and the court is trying to bring them to the position they would be in if they hadn't been wronged, as best you can, okay? But not about giving them a bonanza. If I order him to pay back every penny that you paid for the wedding, you may feel good, I might feel good, but that's wrong, isn't it? Because then you have all these pictures, that wouldn't be right. You had somebody taking pictures at your wedding for 10 hours for free, you have all this video, that's not right. Everybody else has to pay for their stuff. So why would ordering him to return an entire $1,200 be right? It's not, okay? Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't wanna put you in contact with him anymore. I don't believe his promises for 2 minutes, much less 2 years like you had to. Okay? Now, I am going to order him to return a portion of your money because I don't think it's right that you have to sue him to get here. I don't think it's right that you have to wait 2 years. I don't think that you should have to see your wedding album after your marriage has broken up. You deserve to be able to see that at a happy time. That's just wrong. Okay? I am ordering you to return $500 of the $1,200. Verdict for the plaintiff, and this is, of course, your album that you'll be taking home with you.
Well, great job on the judge portrait, but not so good on the wedding. What's your reaction to the verdict here?
Stay right there. You're good.
I can't believe it. I really like the will donors. They're good people, and it just happened that I did take too long in getting.
Yeah, why? Why? Because their marriage broke up and you didn't think you had to do the job?
No, but just I don't know. It just took too long.
Why? I think we all know that. Why? That's what we don't know.
Because I really didn't think that it was that important for the will donors to have the album because of the fact that the wedding was over.
Okay. All right, take your Marilyn and head right down there. All right, come on in here. And you satisfied with the outcome here? Step up a little bit.
We're satisfied.
Yeah? All right, how do you feel about the verdict here?
I'm just happy to finally have some pictures to remember my grandfather by from the last time I saw him.
You know, it's such a sad situation with what you described you went through with him, but do you really want the album with your former husband in it? It seems so strange.
It was still a part of my life, and I can't forget it. I mean, just because I don't have the pictures in front of me doesn't mean it didn't happen.
And they're actually not divorced yet, so who knows?
Okay. Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, if you have a contract like this, the key is you put a deadline in the contract, write the words time is of the essence, and you put penalties in the agreement that they have to pay a certain amount per week if they pass the deadline. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.